Selecting objects in the sequence view is also a very handy thing. I often will click on and expand a color sequence, and I will select things utilizing the sequence view. And the reason that I like to do that is sometimes it's hard to select different objects, and because they're so close or they're behind underneath something, like for example in this case there's this piece of artwork underneath of the stitches, and to actually locate and select that artwork, it's very difficult because a lot of times you're going to click and select the stitches instead of the artwork. So by coming over to the sequence view and selecting it this way, it's just much easier. It's a lot easier to find it. It's a lot easier to select it, and it will save you a little bit of time and some headache as well. And all you have to do when working with the sequence view, you can select all objects in that color sequence by clicking on the title. Like here, it says Floriani Poly 461 Chrome. If I select this color sequence right here, it'll select all the green objects that are in this color sequence. So if I click on that, you'll notice that everything is selected. That's a part of that color sequence. So whenever you're wanting to select everything in a color sequence, it's easiest to do it utilizing the sequence view. But if I only wanted the word spring, I could expand this out by clicking the plus symbol, and I could find the word spring. Here it happens to be text, and I can just select it. I've just come to start utilizing this a lot, and when I'm selecting items, it just is a much simpler way to do it, and it's a much more accurate way to do it as well. The other thing that you can do utilizing the sequence view is if you select one object, you can hold down the control key on your keyboard and select the other objects that you want, and you can also skip some. So when you're really wanting to fine-tune your selections and select only the things that you really want, this is a very easy way to do it. Or if you want to select a series of items inside of a color sequence, you can select one, like this one right here, and I can scroll down and hold down Shift and click, and by holding down Shift as I clicked, it will select everything inside of here. But let's say that there was one piece that you didn't want in there, you can just hold down Control and left click on it, and it will remove it, or click Control, select it again, and it will add it to that series. It's very handy utilizing the sequence view to select different objects. I hope that you will utilize it in your projects.